Yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to get all bent out of shape with a path, but the path's only 20%, 25% of direction. The face is the most important thing. So we've done 3 things in your golf swing to keep the face a little more square and to prevent a pull. We've weakened your grip on your right hand. We create a little more side bend and a little different backswing position. I like the feeling of the connection because that coordinates your arms with your body. You have pretty fast hips. So in terms of sequencing, sometimes you get out in front with the hips and this elbow needs to get back in front of the right hip. You're in this position, you see a lot of space between the elbow and the hip, which means your lower body's running out in front sometimes, which is why the face stays open. You have fast hips. You can see how far out in front your hips are there relative to your upper body. And so coordinating those segments, getting the arms to come down in front of your body and turning is going to get the face more square. Does that make sense? If you run out. And you've watched enough video that instructors talk about that a lot. But you can see that's the swing plane. That's a little more on the line I'm looking for. You can see that one's... So already, I mean, it's not exact, but you can see the plane of the swing here. It's a little steeper on the right. It's a little more shallow on the left. We're getting there. And that's the goal. The hands and the club head spend a little more time in that zone. I call it the... And like I said, this pelvis thing, that'll work its way as you don't stand up. See, remember when we looked at your initial video face on, how your nose went up? So as you get the ability to stay in posture, that's going to really mean your hips back more, your left shoulder's down more. Because as soon as your head goes up on the backswing, your pelvis moves forward. Because remember, your lower back and your upper back are connected. So when you stand up, your pelvis moves forward. And when I say stand up, now you're not really standing up. You can see how you come up. So you see how, as your nose moves away from that horizontal line, your pelvis moves forward. You see how they correlate? So that's the answer to some of your early extension problem. And that's really not a huge error. That's probably an inch. So I think some of this is just getting a different shoulder turn. Now, I still want the lead arm to feel low across the chest. We're just changing the angle the shoulders turn on. All right, and that's a lot of details, but I like what's going to happen here. I think you're going to see. Now this is a better position at the top, but you could still, working on what? Shoulders are turning a little too flat because you're standing up. So you want to feel like that left shoulder's going down a little more on the backswing. Left arm's going across. Yeah. And that'll get the hips a little deeper. That'll get rid of the shank too, Rez. Well, not early extension, right? So just staying deeper with the hips, getting the shoulders tilted a little more on the backswing. All right.